Hello very much. I love you, New Hampshire. I'm thrilled to be back in the home of first in the nation. You know who kept you first in the nation? Steve? It's Trump. And she ain't doing too good either. She's down very low. But we'll finish it off. This could end it. Get the big vote, it ends it. This could end it. We end it. And then we can focus on the worst president. Then we could focus on Biden and his thugs. But that's all he was doing. And now he's backing a woman that I know very well, a woman that is not capable of doing this job. I know her very well. She's not tough enough, she's not smart enough, and she wasn't respected enough. She cannot do this job. She's not going to be able to deal with President Xi. She's not going to be able to deal with Putin and Kim Jong-un and all of the people the very fine people you have to deal with. And she will not be able to do the job. You have people that put America last, and Nikki is somebody that puts America last. And like I said, she was okay, but she is not presidential timber. Now, when I say that, that probably means that she's not going to be chosen as the vice president. You know, you can go sick. But if you think that Ron DeSanctimonious becomes president or Nikki becomes president, if you think that they become, I'm trying not to use that name because that name's a little rough, I think, but if you think that Nikki becomes president, if you think that they don't go after her, Steve, they go after her so viciously and she would be out of it so fast, she's not going to fight like we fight.
Nikki Haley.
And do we really want to go into an election with two fellas that are going to be president in their 80s? And that's not ageism that I'm saying here. We see that Biden has changed so much over 2 years. But last night, Trump is at a rally, and he's going on and on mentioning me multiple times as to why I didn't take security during the Capitol riots. Why I didn't handle January 6th better. I wasn't even in D.C. on January 6th. I wasn't in office then. They're saying he got confused, that he was talking about something else. He was talking about Nancy Pelosi. He mentioned me multiple times in that scenario. The concern I have is, I'm not saying anything derogatory, but when you're dealing with the pressures of a presidency, we can't have someone else that we question whether they're mentally fit to do this. We can't. Our best days are yet to come. Thank you very much.
At the next light.
People, roughly, from across the country that have. It's been really exciting, just the energy here of a lot of the voters, getting to talk to all of them. Turn left here.
And this turns in this.
Do you want to try that?
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to vote, but do you know if you're voting for Nikki Haley or Donald Trump or?
Nikki Haley. Okay, we love to hear that. So we can count on you going out there to vote for Nikki Haley?
Thank you so
Perfect.
much. Perfect. Thank you for being.
We are out here canvassing and talking to voters, trying to encourage them to go out and vote if they aren't planning to already, and talk to them and see if they're planning on voting for Nikki Haley, if they have any questions, and really encouraging them to just show up and do their civic duty and be involved. Because that's 30. All right. I do this work honestly because I love fighting for people, and I love fighting to protect and secure freedom and prosperity, and I like working with a company that wants to empower and encourage other people to do the same thing and make a difference.
So New Hampshire is white-collar suburban. Iowa is more rural. Ultimately, voters in New Hampshire know that Donald Trump might not be the strongest candidate. He lost the state in 2016 and 2020. And in fact, when Joe Biden was nominated in 2016, since that point in time, Republicans have lost all 11 federal races since then. And this is a state that usually sends Republicans to Washington. But with the influence of Donald Trump, one of the things we've seen is it makes it really hard for people down ballot to run in New Hampshire.
Well, I think, honestly, what we sort of found is that
rural voters and white-collar suburban voters vote very differently.
right.
And white-collar educated voters, they love someone like a Chris Sununu. He's right in your wheelhouse. And they like Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
But Donald Trump just rubs them the wrong way, mostly because of the tone.
Yeah.
That dunk's on there. Yeah, I am going to vote because I think it's really important to vote. We just moved from Amherst, New Hampshire, and even if I need to drive all the way to Amherst, New Hampshire to vote, I'll vote. So I think it's really important to get out there and do that. And so right now, I'm leaning towards Haley. I just think that the theme of a different candidate other than Biden and Trump is just critically important to where we're going. And I would like for her to show tougher, and I would like for her to go up against Trump. I just don't know if she can do it. I just hope she can. Yeah, I think we as a nation are desperate for that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I will do. Again, I think it's critically important to vote. So even though it's a really hard decision to vote, you have to vote. So I'll make that decision as we go through the next step of the process, and I'm not going to worry about that next. I'd love to see Haley give him a run and just not make it a Biden-Trump race.
86? Does that look like it's 86? And does it look like we can get there? Or right next to that could be on the right-hand side. 12 Main Street. I became fascinated with the grassroots, like political engagement, whole idea of things once I got here to New Hampshire. The community aspect of it, and the opportunity to actually help make a difference. It's something that exists more here than anywhere else I've ever lived.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of things.